Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you are watching. It's morning here for me in Florida, but you don't really need to know that. Anyway, um, so I have been getting signs lately about releasing the past. And it's kind of ironic because when we are on our spiritual journey, we can feel like, oh, I've done so much work around the topic, or I've done so much work around this person or the situation from my past that I don't need to do anymore. But what can happen is when we find ourselves in a somewhat similar situation, those old energies and those old ways of thinking or being can want to get triggered within us. So we might want to go back to those default like factory settings, if you think about it that way, because we are creatures of habit. So when our nervous system, when our energy feels that similar experience or that similar vibration in a way, we have to almost like interrupt the pattern and shift it towards something. So, what the universe has been sharing with me is something that I'm going to be doing, and then also I'm offering it to y'all. So, we'll chat a little bit about what that looks like. And actually, I just want to pull a Kuan Yin card. So, calling her in for compassion and support as we move through this healing. So, we're going to call it releasing your past because the nodes right now, the nodes of the moon are in Aries and Libra, which are all about the self and relationships. A lot of us are moving through relationship healing right now. So I'm looking at it more from that perspective. But if this resonates with you in any other area of your life, then please feel free to do it for that area. All right, so let's see which Kuan Yin. So we get Nectar of the Lotus. So it's number 20. And let's just see. I won't read the whole thing because these can kind of be, it's the Alana Fairchild, Kuan Yin or Oracle, and I just want to read part of it. So let's see. All right, this is the paragraph that's coming out. We gain the most chi or energy when we are in connection. Otherwise, it is like trying to draw power when there's already a plug in the socket. Kuan Yin guides you to healing now by asking that you listen to yourself and your needs. What part of you needs more connection? Is it your emotions, your body, or your spirit? What would bring you the most joy and well being? Do you need exercise or meditation or both? Do you need time alone to reconnect with yourself or time with friends and family? Imagine spending some time in nature. What type of nature would feel the best for you right now? Trees, the ocean or mountains, a wide open field blooming with vibrant flowers or rich grasses on a clear sunny day, or a cool dark forest with an abundant canopy of lush greenery. Even just becoming aware of what feels good for you at any given time is a way to open your heart to receive the divine nectar that seeks you out to nourish you and replenish you. All right. So that one had come through. Let me know if that resonates. All right. So we're going to get started. So I want you to find a comfortable seat. You can lay down actually. So laying down, sitting down, whatever feels comfortable for you. So we're going to call in our angels and our guides, any beings of love and light that want to support us through this healing. Ancestors, angels, any animal friends. If you see animals that are popping up, call them in. So deer usually comes through with compassion. So we're going to call through deer. All right. And I just invite you to bring to mind or to bring to your awareness a situation that has been triggering you lately, a situation that has felt difficult or challenging, and just allowing that to be in your space for a moment. We're not trying to change it. We're not trying to force it to be anything different than what it is. Now, just for a few moments, if you're able to, maybe sending some gratitude or some love to that situation. Again, we're not really trying to change it at all. We're just accepting it for what it is, just bringing that gentle awareness of it, that peace, that love. So just a reminder, we know this, but we can all forget this. Like when situations come up in our lives, it is for us. So rather than trying to push it away or think that things should be different, like just having that sense of acceptance and gratitude towards it can really shift the energy in profound ways. Right. So now we're just going to be curious. So tuning into ways that this situation could be similar to past situations, allowing any emotions that come up, any thoughts, any awarenesses. And now for a moment, we are actually going to separate the two. So you can almost imagine, and this might come through differently for you, that's fine. But if you need assistance, you can almost imagine putting them like on separate sides of the room. You can throw one into outer space, you can leave one still in your life. And I would imagine that you want to release the one that's from your past. That's kind of what we're doing here. All right, so we're going to cut cords with that situation. We're going to cut beliefs. We're going to cut thought patterns. We're going to cut energies, just anything that is still keeping us energetically tied to that past reality. So you can just sit back and accept this. I will do the energetic work, as will our angels and our guides. Just be in a state of allowing that energy to leave. So if you like a mantra, you can say, I release my past with ease. So Mother Ayahuasca and her vibration, my mentor, one of my mentors called it, she's like the master machete, machete. I can't think of that word right now, that comes through and kind of hacks away all that old energy. So she is just gently coming in to support us in doing this. So again, if you feel emotions or energies that are coming up, just allowing yourself to feel those while she gently releases these past connections, these past ties. So the other thing that keeps coming up for me personally is that there can be this fear when we have these similar situations that we're going to respond the same way that we did in the past. But what spirit keeps telling me over and over again for myself and also my clients is that there's no way that you could respond the same way because you're not the same person. Even if you think about it physiologically, you know, our cells are changing every day, our bodies are changing, our minds, our souls. So there's no way that you're going to respond to it the same way that you did in the past. So we're just going to release that fear. Accepting what is. So integrating those energies a little bit as she is continuing to release what is no longer serving us. And instead allowing us to open up to actually not only this current reality, but also the possibility of realities that are coming forward. So right now we're in Mercury retrograde. And we'll be in it for another few days. So even if you're watching this later on, it's still a time of release for you and contemplation. So I would say, especially over the next 3 days, you can come back and rewatch this. Just make sure that you are coming from that space of I'm moving into a rebirth. I'm releasing these old energies so I can show up differently, so I can respond differently. Right now, we are going to allow for a new path to be created energetically. I always love it when the universe does this for us. So you can allow it to be created for you. I would suggest that, but if nothing's coming to you, you can just open yourself up to possibilities. You can kind of visualize something that you're wanting to work on. Again, there's no right or wrong with any of this, just what's coming to you and what feels appropriate. allow new ways of thinking, being, expressing myself. Continuing to allow that to integrate. I'll just share with you some homework that you can do to really continue to anchor in this energy. So you can write a letter to the person from your past that you need to release. You can write a letter to yourself, maybe forgiving yourself, maybe just talking yourself through what you're currently experiencing, or just allow yourself to put pen to paper, and not be quite so attached to like it has to look a certain way, because whatever is meant to come up for you is going to come up. Let me see what else. Getting out into nature, like the Kuan Yin Oracle suggests, and or also tuning into what it is that you need right now. So you might need time actually with friends, or you might need, yeah, you might need time around people, or that connection, that loving connection. So tune into what feels appropriate for you. Again, over the next 3 days, be gentle with yourself, drink lots of water. You will probably have dreams where you're going to process some things. You might have some realizations about some things, just allowing all of those energies to unfold. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. You can either drop them in the comment box, or you can reach out to me on Instagram or TikTok, at Spiritual CFO. All right. I love y'all. Actually, pull a card because I always like to see like how the energy has shifted after we do these things. Let's see what guidance spirit has for us. Spirit, anything that you want to tell us about what has shifted after we did this healing? Oh, yay. All right. So we get the Queen of Wands and the Three of Cups. So the more that we can come into our sovereignty and our ability to create, it allows for more abundance. It allows for more hope, joy, and God, I can't remember these three. So this is the Three of Cups, and it's hope, joy, and I don't know if you know who the other one is in this card, drop it in the comment box. But these are like celebratory energies, those divine higher levels of seeing the world, of expressing ourselves. That's right. The more that we have this, the more that we can come into this, which is like such a beautiful energy to have. So I love y'all. Hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.